Who wants
we
to
learned some
review what happened?
horrible things about Arear.
What were those things?
He
He likes
created
blowing
the
things up.
equation.
Yeah, practice like the equation. That's the important thing here.
Yes.
But
He's
it's a
technically
good
responsible
thing.
for wiping out an entire continent.
Or is he?
I mean, he could have just rediscovered it.
True. He's also the reason that Aurelian is pissed at dwarves and their constructs.
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, he
Well,
didn't
there's
find
that
any
curse.
alcohol.
So you guys are still, we reset the scene. You guys are still at Coin Miner's house. Is there any further conversations or questions that does anybody have from the last time we met?
I remember correctly, kind of past the questioning stage and more so figure out what the fuck
Yeah.
we want to do with Arear.
Yeah, we kicked Arear out of the room, if I remember correctly.
Yes, he was. You guys were going to have discussions with Coin Miner about.
What the fuck?
We had
with
discussions with
this dumbass?
Coin.
Yeah. Yes, you did. Is there anything further that you guys want to visit down that path?
So wait, I don't quite remember where the whole thing about Arear blowing up a continent came from.
Well, there's the story of how the atom was used to wipe out, an entire continent.
Don't you? One.
I don't think he was alive at the time, though.
One, Arear is 50 years old. He's already done a lot. I have a feeling him wiping out a continent would, put him on the radar big time.
The delivery system was a construct, not himself.
Has it been proven that it was me? Or Arear?
I
It's not been
mean,
proven.
It's been hinted that it was you, but you guys don't know for sure. But that's your running theory.
That's my running theory.
Do we
yeah.
want to just like straight up ask Coin Miner?
And seeing as how he has a history of fucking up the runes in his constructs, wouldn't surprise me if it went rogue with a fucking self-destruct that was a nuke.
Now there's an idea.
No.
Good thing you don't know we have this information.
You
Yeah.
metagaming fuck.
Yeah.
It's a good thing he can't even go look it up in his own room, too, because that shit got fucking destroyed.
Now, how confident are you got it all?
Confident enough that you're too fucking drunk and stupid to figure it out from there.
Yeah, but who took away
He's
my
not
alcohol?
drunk, though. He's not drunk, technically.
And that was the other question. That was the other query that you guys were having too. Is like maybe we should.
Not.
Do we let him remember or not?
Yeah.
Thing is, if we don't let him remember, we're gonna get another plode situation.
We just don't let him build anything anymore.
Or we keep him from or we keep him sober. He realizes all the horrible things he's done, and then we force him to repent by doing good things instead of causing explosions all the fucking time.
Community service.
Yeah,
Make things that, I don't know, are actually helpful.
he'll be like Coin Miner.
See if I'm more curious if all of Arear's actions are more so from him forgetting what he's completely done and continuing to fuck up over and over because he never learns.
That is probably also part of it.
And him all of a sudden realizing and remembering everything maybe help him with stop fucking around so much. Well, it turns out he's an evil, chaotic, evil, stupid person. Chaotic, stupid.
Thus lies the dice throw.
I'm kind of interested in letting him get sober and see how he wrecks just trying to remember a lot more things.
Are you going to be the one responsible for him when he
Oh.
sets things on fire?
Nope.
You
He's
then
chained to me.
I vote no to his recommendation unless he takes the responsibility.
Well, currently he's chained to me. The best he can do is choke himself to death.
The best he
He
can
might
do that
get
we
off
know
on
of
that.
for now.
Mm-hmm. So you all are just sitting around talking with Coin Miner, by the way, still. And just kind of sipping on tea or something of that nature that he has.
Seeing there's no booze in the house
Mm-hmm.
for very specific reasons.
All specific reasons.
So what's... Coin Miner.
Yes.
What was he like before he started getting drunk all the time?
Before he started building things or after?
Both, honestly.
Well, he was extremely intelligent. Let's just put it that way. Intelligent enough that morals and ethics weren't really a priority.
So the
They
common
still aren't.
sense gene skipped a generation.
Yes.
He's like that now.
It's much worse.
Microphone muted.
Oh, that was my fault.
I think. Well,
Microphone
I think
activated.
under the threat of physical bodily harm, for the sake of everyone else, I think we can keep him in check.
Can we?
I mean, evil genius levels of moral and ethical ambiguity.
Microphone
Again,
muted.
his
Activated.
most suggested solution is, can we blow it up at the
Oh,
moment?
it got much
So,
worse.
Such as.
I mean, experimentations were taken to another whole level of extreme.
what kind of experimentations would be the question?
And he's like, "You do not want to know." Coin Miner just looks like just deadpans right
I
at you.
believe we do,
believe
considering
we
we'll be
need
running
to.
into it.
Better to know and prepare than to
If you want to go find
not
out, go
know and
look in
find
the
out.
basement.
Was he messing around with living beings, Coin Miner?
Yes.
Doing what exactly?
As he's sipping his tea and he puts it down.
Look in the basement.
Yes.
Cam is listening very intently.
Yeah, and what did he do with...
Tried to experiment in new ways of making explosions, for one.
using living people?
Living bombs.
Yes.
How? There is
Rune.
nothing in the living body that explodes.
Not if you put something in it.
How is that at all better than just doing it outside of a body?
A lot harder. Well, it's an
Ailment.
easy way of. Yeah.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Concealment.
Yeah, I gotta ask this question because we're getting into really dangerously uncharted territory. Is this something I have heard of being used before through other sides, or
No.
is this
No.
like so he's like crossed some
Yeah.
fucking lines?
Yeah.
At most, you may have heard of people fucking wandering up.
I
with,
was
like,
asking more if
fucking
demons
grenades in
would
their
walk
hands
up
and
and blow
hugging
them.
people.
No.
Demons
I was
wouldn't
talking more if
really-
demons were doing kind of shit like
They
this.
would
and
do
this was
stuff
a
like that, but
response.
not in this way. It would be other ways, like just literally being like, I explode you because I have magic, and just snap my fingers and you die, basically.
But they didn't suicide bomb people.
No.
I suspect there have been suicide bombers, though.
I mean, yes, but they would be strapping explosives like a suicide bomber would willingly.
Yes.
These
this is
people
more
were
of-
at Koi
it's
Miner.
unwilling
Yes.
and
These people
yeah.
were not willing. Put it that way.
And you've kept these down there this whole time?
I mean, his research is down there locked away in like a bazillion, lots of locks.
we're not going to go down there and find a construct made of flesh or something, are we?
I don't know. Maybe.
You don't know what's in your own basement.
No, I don't.
So we could have a ticking time bomb that down there, and it could, all you
It's
would know is that
completely
you're
possible.
sipping tea.
Yes.
And this had all never seemed like a bad idea to you.
Plausible deniability makes me sleep better at night sometimes. As he's sipping his tea somewhere.
Plausible deniability doesn't keep you from being scattered into a million pieces.
Yeah. Plausible deniability that involves your ass being shot through the roof is
What you do not know can in fact hurt you.
Well, I don't view it that way, but that's a difference of opinion.
I pull out a pistol and shoot him. No, not really.
I was gonna say, is that you seriously just shoot Coin Miner? All right, cool.
you just blow his fucking
one-
brains out. Just
The one
Bah.
guy knows how to get to where you guys need to go, and you just shot him. Cool.
well, apparently the door's in his house, so
Yeah, but where?
Also,
in his
apparently he
house?
doesn't know what's in his house, so
Yeah.
well, you know it's not in the basement.
Oh, he said it was in the basement.
No, if he doesn't go into the basement, how can it be in the basement?
Thought that was the thing he said. Is like the entrance was in this basement.
No, the entrance is in a cave. It's nearby.
He said
It's
it was in
on-
the house.
Well, yeah, that's right. I did say it was in the house, so it is in the house.
Baller, take notes, damn it, on what you say.
I mean, fuck, I'm not even taking notes. I couldn't remember that. But then again,
Anyway,
Luckily,
One of them.
I remember key information.
he's still sipping his tea like nothing's wrong. He's just like, whatever.
do we want to find out what's down there?
I kind of feel like just for the safety of everybody in the building, it would probably be a worthy idea.
I vote we send Arear down first.
I don't know if
seems
that's a
like
good
a
idea.
Yes,
idea.
send the person who has done the experiments down there while he's in a state of
Possibly becoming
Non-intoxication.
self-aware.
I mean, seems like
Yes.
well, he's not totally self-aware, but seems like fair karma to me if one of those experiments happens to go off with him down there.
And if he decides to pull one up and have it go off up here, since he knows what all of them do, potentially.
that
Is
point
he
as well.
actually aware enough? I mean, option B, and I will produce a bottle of booze. We give him this and then send him down.
I just imagine like looking at Koi Miner, his dwarven fucking
But
Yeah.
I worry
thing towards drinking. He's just there like looking at
is
that, but
He's just sipping his tea. He doesn't care. He's just like, meh.
doesn't care. He's overcome the urge of the dwarves.
What I
He's a
worry is
master
that
of them. Sorry.
seeing the research will jog his memory.
Fair, but if he's drunk again, the curse will prevent him from remembering anyways.
Microphone muted.
Sometimes a
I'm
big enough
Not
shock.
entirely sure how well I trust that.
Yeah, big enough shock could do such a thing.
Yeah.
Given how long it's been, has had the opportunity to become unreliable.
That's Quinn Minor burps in the corner from his tea.
Well, it's like, I have a valid excuse to burp in character, motherfucker. There you go.
Hmm.
Yeah. Don't think you particularly burp from tea, though.
Dwarves do.
Dwarves do.
Yep.
It's not
They're just
canon, they have burp.
They're just naturally gassy.
Yep. By the way, you do hear a ruckus in the
Microphone
kitchen,
activated.
like pots and pans getting hit, and Arear like chasing something.
Is
I'm
he
gonna
trying to
go.
find his tail in there?
I'm gonna go to the kitchen and open the door. What do I see?
All right, Arear, go ahead, Benny.
You see Arear with a rat in his hand, and he's kind of looking at it. He sees you and says, "Oh, hi, Gazik. I'm look what I found. It's a rat. I have an idea. I think I gotta dissect it, but it may."
Hey, Rear, hold on. Hold
yeah.
that thought. Hold
Okay.
that thought.
Can
gonna
we
go
hear
up to
this from where
I'm
we
gonna
are?
go
Yes,
up
you
to-
hear the conversation like from the other
I'm gonna
room.
go up to Scamos and say, "Please give me that."
With the booze.
No.
Yes.
Oh wait, hold on.
We
Hold on.
need
I've
to
got
give
this.
it to him.
I've got this. I've got this. I've got this. Darius will stand up and walk towards the kitchen, seeing Arear still holding this rat.
It's like still squirming in his hand. It's still alive, by the way.
I'm just gonna grab both of his arms, like down near his hands. Dig 2 fingers into each arm, in between, the fucking forearm bones,
Okay.
to hit the point to make him release it.
Okay.
He releases the rat.
Then I'm going to move one hand over to hold both of his hands, like both of his arms to keep them from moving. Look him in the face, raise the other hand, and then bonk him on the head again. We're not going down a road like that.
What?
I don't even
Why?
need to hear the idea. I can already think of what you're thinking of.
What road? We're at my
No.
house.
I
We
feel
don't.
like you're playing the fool right now. And I'd like to insight him.
All right. Insight check. You want to do a deception check, Minnie? Go ahead.
He doesn't need to deceive.
No, do it if you want to.
Well, he doesn't really know himself.
So
Like,
roll deception
I
check
feel-
anyway.
Okay.
Just roll one anyway.
Hang on. let
Dodge,
me
you
find the
can
dice.
you can roll an insight too if you want. Since you're there.
That's what I'm planning.
Well, that's shit.
13
11.
plus
No, 12.
insight check, so 16.
Text me what you get, Minnie.
Okay. Where is the?
Deception
Dude
should
went
be its own
walls.
sh-
Yeah, it should be its own skill.
Okay,
Goes off
that's
your
easy.
charisma. What did you get?
He is totally faking it right now. Brexit. Like, both
Even
of
I
you
can tell
notice-
with my
Yes.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Don't lie to me.
Well,
I know you're faking.
yeah.
Just
I
like
mean, I
that
was
one
gonna
girl.
maybe dissect it and try to create, a living bomb decoy thing, but
Yes, that's exactly why we're not going down that road.
Oh, that's what you meant by road.
Arear,
yes.
how much do you remember?
Remember what?
Unfortunately, I believe you would be more intelligent sober, but I'm concerned as to what you'll do. Understand, you take it down any road that will cause mass harm or torture of any life, you will not walk away alive.
Well, yeah, okay.
And remember, you're going to be attached to me.
Or just doesn't answer.
So you're always within arm's reach. Darius gives him a smile at that one.
Rear kind of smiles back and just says, "Sure."
He's a goldfish.
Now,
Act that smiles
sit.
back.
Yeah, Rear just finds a seat and sits.
Kitchen?
Wow, yeah, we're still in the
He's
kitchen.
he's in the kitchen.
Probably sits on the counter or like a chair or something that's in there.
Yeah, whatever the closest thing was.
Mm-hmm.
Gauze, can I ask you to keep an eye on him for a few minutes?
Oh, sure. And with that, he's gonna grab the chain and wrap it tightly around his arm, so and whatnot.
Because the chain's still attached to a rear.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured
Yeah.
he's just been running around the kitchen.
I
with the
disconnected it
chain.
at my end, not his end. It's so
All right. So what are you doing, Darius?
he's gonna step out of the kitchen.
Okay.
Gonna shut the door to make sure he doesn't attempt to run out without causing a racket anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Or something that somebody knows. So I'm going to go have a look at the basement. Who's coming with me? Because I kind of want to know how bad this could get. Kind
Is
of do, kind of
Darius
don't.
the only one gonna go?
Scamo stands up, doesn't say
Okay.
anything, walks over to the basement door, opens it, and starts down.
There we go.
Anybody else going with Darius?
It's a
and
Darius and
Scamos?
Scamos adventure.
I also cast invisibility on myself as I do so.
Like, as you open the door or before you get
No.
up?
As I'm gonna get up and walk over the door, but before I open the door is when I'm gonna cast it.
Everyone just watches the door magically open by itself.
like Darius is following Scabos down there. Just got
Yeah.
invincible. Darius is just like, you chicken.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna want Tazar too.
so Tazar, Scamos, Darius, are you going to, Cam?
I think Cam's gonna wait for the
suppose
screaming
I
to
have
start.
to.
Give me
You don't
30
have
seconds.
to.
You don't have to.
You-
You
you
can
can
wait for the
join.
No,
screaming to
that
start.
was
if you
that was
like.
in character.
Okay. So Tazar, I need you to roll me a perception check on the bottom door. So when you guys open the door, it's like an old cellar door, but it's inside. So it kind of pops open and like kind of more of like a hatch rather than like a solid door in a wall. So you pop it open, and you have stairs going down, and they're not super well kept.
Yeah, he's been down here for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. There is actually two basements in this house. The other one is the actual entrance, and it's separated from this. But this was like Arear's workshop that he had downstairs. Like his room wasn't his workshop. This was Arear's workshop, and it's been completely sealed. So go ahead and roll me a perception check, Tazar, in the second door, and let me know what you get. If you're gonna check for traps. Okay. You notice that there's about 8 locks on this door, like just along the wall, like on the wall, and the door is just lock after lock, and these are like the big, like old style padlocks. There's just 8 of them along this door.
The old style ones for a gate.
Yes. Yes.
The absolutely gigantic ones.
Yes. As you guys are going down there, it's like, do you hear Coin Miner? Do you want the keys?
That would be helpful.
Let me see if I could go find them. And he walks off to his room.
Microphone
Looking
muted.
at each of them, roll me a investigation check. Since you're more looking at them. All of them are locked right now, but you are able to inspect them if you wish. So
I mean, I'd be
Yeah.
hoping they'd be fucking locked.
yeah, be a bad time if it wasn't. Yeah, you look through them all, and there's 2 of them that are actually magical locks that are placed on there.
Microphone activated.
Mm-hmm. So, you hear Coin Miner like ruffling around somewhere else in the house, like above you. Like you hear like thud, 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 and there's like somebody looking for something. And I might not be able to find these keys. Hang on.
The keys to the most dangerously locked room in his house, and he can't seem to find them.
I find them. Yep.
Would you want to find the keys? Or would you forget about whatever the fuck was behind here and hope it never got opened again?
The heir talking to Darius.
Fair, but if it is as dangerous as he was implying,
All the more reason to just steal it away and not fuck with it ever again.
yes, until something starts scratching at the door.
As you do that, Darius, you start hearing scratching at the door.
Sometimes
that?
I hate being able to call this crap.
What's that one meme where the DM doesn't know what have anything good for a story, and then the characters come up with something? It's like,
Yeah,
ooh, write that down.
That's literally it. That is literally what just happened.
Patrick, write that down.
Yeah, basically. But no, so you start getting as you say that, Darius, you start getting a very weird feeling on the other side of the door, something's not right. And Scamos, you're starting to feel it too, and both of you are super uncomfortable.
As in, it's a presence, or it's more of an inkling in the back of my head.
It's more of an inkling
we know
at this
that
point.
This is not gonna.
Yeah, whatever's behind this door is probably not kosher for sure.
Well, it's a good thing there's nobody Jewish here.
I know, right?
Hi.
So, and he finally finds the keys, and he's like, "Oh, here they are!" And you hear him running towards or moving with purpose towards the basement entrance, and passes the keys to you, Cam, since you're last in line, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the keys. And do you pass them down to the rest of the line?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold the keys in front of him, look towards the door, and it's still Scamos by the door, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw the keys in the general direction of the door because Scamos is still invisible.
No,
Okay.
Tazo would be closest to the door because he's inspecting.
Well, he was inspecting, and I'm just assuming I'm in the front, off slightly off to the side for him, but one of us will catch him.
And since he's muted, we'll probably just have Scamos do it. So
Anything I need to be aware of, Tazar? Oh, he's actually like headphones.
actually
muted, too.
muted. Yeah, that's what I'm
Ah.
saying.
Shit.
So
Well,
Therefore, I throw them at the invisible man,
I'll catch him.
probably at
Alright,
his head.
Just like-
Everyone,
And for you, a boot to the head.
just be ready. I'm sure I don't need to say that, but just
Yeah, Darius has pulled his shield off and he's drawing
the
his sword.
halberd or the sword.
No, yeah, I'm interior, man.
Oh yeah,
That halberd is big as shit.
that's
Well,
true. Ah.
that demonic rapier, like soul stealing one I have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna draw that one
Okay.
and transition the keys to my
Microphone
offhand.
muted.
So Darius, you see him pull out this demonic
I'm invisible.
sword. Well, you see this demonic sword come out of nowhere. The sword doesn't go
What?
invisible, Halls. You see like a sword literally in the
Anything the target is wearing or
Ah,
carrying is
okay.
invisible.
Damn.
So
I wanted to make it a moment.
That is how
Wait, hold on.
invisibility works in D&D.
I know.
Cam was like, doesn't it come out as like a dagger?
It actually can
It
come out
can
into
transform.
it transforms into whatever shape I have it in. I just transformed it into the rapier form, and I haven't really fucked with it since because I haven't had the time.
Yeah.
It's like my holy silver blade, which is in the form of a dagger right now. I can transform that into a great sword if I so
Yeah.
wished.
I just keep it as the rapier because
You just hear a sword come out, and there you go. So the sword, you just hear a sword being drawn.
Soft hiss.
Yo.
And then I'll start undoing the locks.
All right. So the first lock, it's you put the key in, and it takes both of your hands to really like you're holding the sword and you're trying to get this thing twisted. A little rusty. And get the first one unlocked.
All right. So that's how that works.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Prestige to clean the rest of the locks off real quick, and then go about my business.
Arear, you
Match
start
50 dub.
hearing them undoing the locks down in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Microphone activated.
And so I don't know if you want to say anything to Gauze or anything.
Making a bit of a ruckus.
Does
there, man.
Arear even know what that sound means?
I mean, it might trigger something.
Kunk.
Well, considering it's a world-based curse that is deciding his memory, DM would know, or would be the one who decides, isn't it?
I'm gonna go with that. Do I start remembering? 'Cause
Yes. You start remembering the things in the basements in your experiments, and you can react any way you want to. Minnie.
What can you send me it through Steam? What exactly is down there? That my character would
But
be
you remember.
remembering.
God. Clearly, this was not part of Arear's backstory.
It wasn't. This is the DM going off into the reservation at this point.
Then again, question is how much did fucking Minnie write for a backstory? Is the question.
The answer to that question, ladies and gentlemen, is not fucking much.
You would be
Yeah.
correct.
This is why, Minnie,
if the
we
DM
don't
has-
give the DM this much power.
Yeah, this is why you write your own backstory, motherfucker.
Oh no, this is more fun.
No, because I just told Minnie what it is, and I think he realizes what I'm doing, and it's terrifying. Yeah.
I don't.
I swear to God, if we open that door and Stitches is on the other side, I'm going to come up and kill Arear.
You're gonna have to get in fucking line
Have
for
you
that,
not
Darius.
seen that one at all, Minnie?
I think I have. It was a long time ago. Just give me hints or.
I swear to God, if he's talking about the thing, I'm going to fucking murder him.
No, it's gonna be Human Centipede.
Like I said, you all are gonna have to. You all get to get in fucking line for murdering the dwarf.
What do you want about? You can go murder Waller.
No, I'm gonna actually probably stick the fucking soul stealing sword in the dwarf, and then use his soul for.
And then get up out of your chair and go murder Waller in the other room.
Yeah, probably
doing
both,
this.
TBH, but one crisis at a time.
That's the best thing. When Waller pulls some bullshit, Doolittle can literally get up and go fucking twat him round the
Like I
back
said-
of the head.
Does that ring a bell, Minnie?
Yeah, sort of. Hang
God, is Mini under the same curse as fucking Arear?
on.
Yes.
I'm asking about his anime knowledge, and apparently the one I picked is not the one that he's seen, and I'm fucking shocked because, my fucking god.
What the fuck are you? Which anime?
I'm not telling you because then it fucking blows it all out of the water. I'm not gonna say shit.
Gundam.
It's Gundam.
Oh no.
Oh god.
No. This better not be where my mind just went with this.
Where did your mind go?
My mind went to Parasite.
Yeah, no, my mind
One.
just went to really bad magical scientific experimentation. There's a certain anime where that doesn't go well when you're dealing with someone's
Full Metal
mother.
Alchemist.
Yeah.
So
that's
I
more-
haven't
yeah.
watched
alchemy.
anime, and my first
Yeah.
thought was Full Metal Alchemist. I'm not gonna lie.
That's where my mind just went.
I'm gonna get shot here in about 30 seconds. I have a feeling. Oh god.
That's where my mind went. So
If the door opens and all we hear is rear, I swear to God, well, I will fucking murder you.
When I look at Rear, does he seem
That's
Anyway,
what.
different.
There you go. There you go. Arear, if you want to start smiling, you can. Like just having the evil grin of realization on your face.
Gozik's still in the
Yeah, he's in the kitchen. with
like
you.
I'm listening to this, but I'm looking at you?
yeah, Arear's eyes
Game's
narrow. He
standing
just
at the top of the stairs. I'm guessing he can't see Arear at the moment.
No.
The door's shut.
yeah.
Yeah.
Arear
These
starts
blocks are heavy
smiling,
enough that you could probably hear them throughout the house.
and he turns to you, Gozik, and the way he speaks has changed too.
And the way he
Gozik.
what?
Yes.
Oh, motherfucker.
The way he what has changed?
Speaks. Gozik, I highly recommend you tell them to not open that gate. Not open the locks.
Gate.
Sorry. Not
I'm
open
going to
the
kick
locks.
open.
Dunk.
I'm going to kick open the kitchen door and start tugging Arear along with the chain.
With the
And say,
chain.
"Stop opening that door!"
Why?
As like
I
Well,
don't
go-
want to know.
Gamos is like on the last lock, and you hear
I'm
it
gonna
like
pause.
click. Like
I'm gonna pause before I unlock
Okay.
it
Okay.
when I hear him shout that. Why?
I'm going to pull out my repeater, aim it right at Arear. The chain, and ask, "What's down there?"
Well, do you really want to know?
Why is he talking different?
Oh, Darius, I've remembered.
Oh shit.
Well,
Arear, what's down there?
Oh no.
Well, there's a bunch of different experiments. Mostly my human transmutation, various alchemy, and I actually have remembered that I knew the atomic detonation sequences all along.
There's about to be a party member killed here in about 30 seconds, I bet.
Now, Gozik, I don't mean you any harm. You are my friends.
I want to roll a insight check on how he says that.
Okay.
yeah, I think that's an inside check from the
Ooh.
entire fucking party right there.
Arear, you can
He's,
roll a deception.
I
He's
got an
telling.
8.
If he's telling the truth in a weird kind of evil way, do I roll for that?
That's up to
Yes.
you. Yes, I would.
Okay.
But it's up to you.
It might change what modifier you're using, but
And remember, if I can take it the wrong way.
Okay. Well, he rolled. What does that fall under actually?
Deception.
Deception.
Okay, 16.
So
So
I rolled half that.
Oh shit.
Anybody else want to roll? Because he's at
Sure.
the yeah. You guys can pretty much everybody can roll.
I rolled.
Yeah, as I said,
I didn't get shit, but I rolled. You
I
know
will
that I
take a
don't
19.
fucking trust him.
Yeah, Darius, your spidey sense is like, oh fuck no, I do not trust that man whatsoever right now.
Waller message real quick.
What is behind the door, Arear?
I already told you. I almost fell back into my fucking Arear voice, damn it.
As you start talking, Arear, you get picked up by an invisible person and literally thrown against the wall. As Scamos has walked back up the stairs and has grabbed you.
Oh, why hello, Scamos.
I'm just gonna clench my
Ass.
hand around his fucking throat. I'm gonna
clench my butt cheeks.
No, I'm gonna clench my hand around his throat and start choking him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, Arear can't really... He doesn't do much. He just kind of...
Stares at the probably where he thinks Scamos' face is.
Pretty much.
Probably.
And just waits.
Just gonna fucking. Darius is gonna charge up the stairs and see. Obviously, Arear is visibly being choked
Yeah, he is.
by an invisible person.
Yeah. Which, as you know, is Scamos.
Yes, I'm gonna put a hand on Arear's chest, keeping him into the wall, while reaching towards his throat to grip, the arms of Scamos and go, release him. Let's get the information first.
Why bother? He's not gonna tell us anything. He deserves this.
He will tell us. But this is not the way to do it.
Seems like a fair way to me. I highly doubt he gave anyone down there a fucking chance.
Well,
I'm finding
Darius
it
is saying
difficult
this,
to argue with that.
he is putting force against like Scamos' hands
Microphone
to
muted.
try and pry them off.
Mm-hmm.
He will be judged when we understand what he's done.
I think we all
Before.
understand what he's done perfectly, and I'm still trying to continue choking him.
Yeah. So it's being like he's still going for it, but it's also being like slackened every now and again. So we're just like,
I think it's literally like it's a strength contest between the two of us. I'm literally trying to kill him right now.
So it's more like a Riz being throttled instead of choked at this point.
Basically.
Waller, a
Microphone
serious
activated.
Yes.
out of character question for a moment.
Yes.
What exactly do those like demon rapiers do when they stab somebody? Like, is it just an automatic permanent soul sucking, or does it have
Yes.
to actually kill them?
No, it'll permanent soul suck him.
Let's start the process.
Yes.
Do we know
When
if we
they hit
reverse
points.
that?
No. There's no way to reverse it right now that you know of. There might be, but nobody knows.
I'm gonna walk up to Arear where I have Scamos. Maybe we can time him up and get answers without him ever being able to do anything. Because I probably still have the hemp rope.
Oh, you guys got him on the train still too, so
Yeah, he's
Oh.
not running.
he's not
Don't-
going anywhere.
Yeah.
There's another character here that hasn't said anything that I'm surprised they haven't. But we'll see what happens if you guys go into the basement. So
I'm gonna go ahead and release Arear's throat. But when I pull my arms back from Darius, I'm assuming you let them go once you feel me release his throat.
Yeah, once I feel like
Microphone
obviously
activated.
as you release, obviously I'm going to see my arm go backwards, aren't I? So I'm going to release.
Okay, cool. Waller, I'm then gonna take the tip of that demon rapier, and I'm gonna push it gently into Arear's throat. Not enough to break his skin yet, but he knows that there's something there now.
No, I'm seeing an indent in his throat.
Yep.
You can ask your
Brilliant.
questions now, Darius. But, Arear, I would make sure that we like the answers we get. Otherwise, you'll get to experience what having your soul slowly ripped from your body feels like.
Arear
Wait,
just kind of
you have a
answers
weapon
back.
that does that?
Arear just
Not
kind of.
the only, your church was not the only ones that made weapons like that, Darius.
And where did you get this weapon?
Ripped it off one of the demon paladins we killed all those weeks ago.
So, you wish to have his soul sucked out through a weapon of a servant of chaos to go
Oh, it
to the
serves
realm
me
of
now.
chaos.
So it serves me now. So
I believe
I'm okay
it's,
with that exchange.
It serves to a degree.
That exchange seems
I
pretty
think
equivalent.
This is great. Oh, I love this.
I-
So much infighting.
Are you sure you want someone? Are you sure you want someone who has done such terrible things as Arear's soul to potentially go to the realm of chaos?
Honestly, yeah. Because I even doubt that they would stand for the things he's probably done down there.
But could you guarantee it?
From everything I know about it, yes. Because the
They're
things
not.
it sounds like he's done are things that not even demons have considered doing.
As much as I hate to side with Darius on this, I suspect that's more a
Again.
lack of imagination than desire.
Yes, he is right.
Oh, we're putting down the fucking Mac. Damn.
However, I will
Well, it's
answer honestly.
self-preservation, ain't it?
I have no.
That's to be debated.
I have no intention of lying.
You best not. For if you do, you will regret it.
I have a feeling, either way, I probably will. Well, and he just kind of sits down, on the floor
Have
wherever
you?
he
No,
was.
you're still pinned. You're
Yeah,
still
he's
still
pinned,
pinned
but
to the
you see
wall by
him kind of
Darius.
just, he's
Oh, I thought you were releasing me. Never
relaxing
mind
a
then.
bit. Yeah, he went slack.
And
Has the indent in his throat disappeared?
Oh, it's probably still there, knowing Scamos.
It's there. I have not removed the sword, but I am no longer doing the whole I'm about to literally stab him in the throat. But it is still there more as a if you fucking move, I will kill you kind of thing.
Pull it back, Scamos.
You don't command me, Darius.
I'm not
Gentlemen,
commanding you. I'm asking you,
gentlemen.
really. Probably terrible delivery on my part, but again, there is a risk I do not want to happen. Hello, doggo.
Microphone muted.
The indent
Waller.
will disappear from his throat, Waller, but I do not step away from him, and I do not put the
Sheath it.
demon blade away.
Hey Waller, what is Coin Miner doing right now?
He's just sipping on his tea, just like, yeah, this is a normal day in my house, pretty much.
He's just there
Yeah.
looking at this. Well, this is
Like,
the comeuppance you get.
That's what you get when you bring people in your house as he's sipping tea.
No, this is what you get when you bring people in. Fucking Christ!
how big is this
What's his
room?
life like? Or
Huh?
in like a hallway.
His house is
we've
pretty
gone up.
large. Like
How big is
they've
this
had-
room?
This room is probably 20 feet by 20 feet where you guys are at.
Jesus fucking.
Yeah, it's
wow.
a big entrance.
To the underground.
Yeah, into the ground where guess what?
Mhm.
It's dwarves, so
This is a 20 by 20 foot room, so we're all within that, yeah.
yeah, basically.
Okay, zone of truth.
All right. I will answer for Arear on this one, just mini. So if they ask, you're not having to be like, hey.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Hey Waller, what's
Microphone
this
activated.
Yeah.
information?
So if that's cool with you.
Yep, that's good. You can ignore my
Okay.
last message then.
All right.
I bet he was desperately going, I need all the information of what's in there, like right now, and
Yeah.
everything I have possibly done that they could ask.
It's easier if I do it for now.
Since everybody's in range, that's charisma saving throw from everyone.
Yeah, everybody needs to make a charisma saving throw, please, including you, Arear.
What's the DC?
20.
And then message it to me what you get.
I passed with a flawless 14. No, I'm kidding.
Where you say the DC was 20?
Uh-huh.
And don't
Yeah, no, I
say
don't
it,
have that
Arear, just message it to me.
Okay, one moment.
Dice
Dice
Rear
roll
just
off the
looks up.
desk.
Rear just looks up to Scammers. Is like, I fucked your dad.
I'm your father, Scammos. And they just walked out. You're actually half dwarf.
Deception?
You're
Okay.
adopted.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
We all ready for this Inquisition? Waller?
Yeah, go for it. Zone of truth, people.
Okay. He's still pinned to the wall by Darius.
Mm-hmm. Which
I
first question?
What?
I just threw the spell in the roll 20, by the way, so you know the description.
Give me one moment.
What threats are in that room?
There's many.
Descriptive. I'd like to know what they are.
As I said, there's many various threats in there that you do not want to face.
List them.
Well, you've never encountered them before. Well,
That's
actually,
fine. You can describe them.
Gamos, maybe you have. They come from your lands anyway.
Considering Gamos comes from the lands of Aurelian, and we've all been there.
It doesn't come from Aurelian.
Let's just say there's many of your kind in there, Scamos.
That was definitely the wrong thing to fucking say.
Zone of truth, the guy. He's telling the truth. I mean, for the love of God.
Like,
He's volunteering
after-
information, though.
yeah. Like hearing that, knowing.
It doesn't force you to tell the truth.
I
It
know.
prevents you
I
from
know.
lying.
I know.
Darius, you might want to step or put a shield or something solid between me and the dwarf.
This
That's all.
man who we can't see where he is.
Yes. You're really helpful right now
The
in this
invisible
situation
man.
by being fucking invisible.
I'll drop the invisibility, that way they can see me standing right next
Yeah.
to a rear, pretty much at that point of like ready to ram several of my blades through his fucking throat.
Can someone pull him back?
Tazar or probably Cam at this point would probably be the only ones that could.
Cam isn't sure he wants to.
Cam's probably with me on this.
Tazar might be too, honestly, because knowing where he's at, yeah.
And again, let's not use the demon weapon.
I swapped the demon weapon out for my regular blade.
This is a fucking shit show of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Right.
I will.
But I love how Vinny's like super excited. He could potentially die here.
I think he's just appreciative of the character development here. I think is what it is.
That, and I want to know what happens next.
About his own character.
List. What's down there?
Oh, you know, a couple of tieflings, maybe a Baylor.
I will warn you out of character. I am not too far away from literally just killing him.
I know.
That's where I am too. I'm treading a very
Like, this is
dangerous
an out
line
of character heads up.
Yeah,
I know.
Likewise here, Minnie. I'm just warning you in advance.
I'm not gonna hold it against you. Like out of character wise.
Fucking, this is what happens when you don't write your backstory.
No, this is what
Learn from
happens when
this.
you give me creative freedom with your backstory.
What else is down there?
Like I said, a couple of tieflings, maybe a Baylor.
Maybe's not an answer. Yes,
That's an
there's a
answer.
Baylor down there, or no, there isn't. Which is it?
Maybe.
And why is it maybe?
Because I don't know if it's still there or not. It might have gotten out.
Okay, what else?
Maybe some mind flayers. I don't know.
And what did you do to them all?
And you didn't know about any of what was down there, Coin Miner.
He's still sipping his tea. Like, Arear was working on his own stuff. I stayed out of his way.
He hasn't been there in quite a while.
I was the one that
Has
locked
there been
it up
like no
when they left.
scratching?
No.
You never went down there to make sure a flame was not left lit.
No. They'd burn out eventually.
In a house full of gunpowder.
All are inciting his reply.
Okay.
Alright, I've
Who's
sent you
reply?
messages that
I
do
know,
two
I know.
things.
I know.
14 for the insight.
The fuck are the answers to the questions I've asked?
Who passed and who didn't? I don't. Are you supposed to know who passed
Yes.
and who didn't? Okay. So.
Oh, shit, I need to roll that still.
Like that is why I'm asking, is because literally
Nobody
in the
passed.
spell.
Technically, nobody passed.
Yeah, I definitely
So
didn't pass.
yeah, nobody passed.
Okay.
So.
What did you do to them?
Experimented.
What specifically did you do to them?
Well, how much do you all know about magic?
Don't dodge the question.
Not dodging the question. I want to offer context and knowledge if you don't know. What
Start
I'm
with
about
the
to say.
explanation, offer the context later.
Well, for the first parts,
That goes for you too, Coin Miner.
they were all dead before I experimented on them.
Oh, that's gonna trigger Tazar.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Is undead locked in the basement?
In a manner
Is
of
it?
speaking, yes.
Don't tell me there's a troll down there too.
No.
You said in a manner of speaking. Are they actually undead, or what did you actually do?
Yep. Yep. Here comes the hidden blade coming out. Yep.
Like everyone can hear
Yup.
that.
Just oh.
Easy.
Yep, there's Tazar.
Making friends.
And Arear looks to all of you. And how much do you know about transmutation?
Context later. Answer the question.
I transmuted runes to bring them back, as it were.
Bring them back as undead or something different?
Biological constructs.
In another word, flesh golems.
I was
In a
about to
matter of
ask, how much do
speaking.
I know about that? It's flesh columns.
How much
In a
do you,
matter
how
of
much,
speaking.
how much do we know about those?
Would I know anything about them since I'm a dwarf?
No, flesh golems are not really a thing. Let's just say this is
Yeah.
probably the coup de grace of what Arear probably was working on, other than the nuclear stuff.
You know what a coup de grace is,
name.
Waller?
I know. This is his big. It was his big project.
That's not a coup de grace.
Ah, okay, whatever.
Magnum opus.
Magnum
That.
opus. That's
There
better.
you go.
There we go.
Tech-
There we go.
like the-
Jesus.
Proper Latin.
Don't worry,
phrase.
I got you covered with,
Thank you.
with the right
Thank you. Magnus opus of his research into at
It's probably
least.
getting him fucking killed.
Now, I feel like there would have been notes upon such creations, but probably they were more stitched together than
I mean,
I imagine they were
reanimated
mostly
corpses.
theoretical.
theoretical more than anything.
But how
Mad
much?
wizards,
How much of that would I know?
Necromancers.
If there is any, the sheer has like they mention that it is like theoretically possible, but there's no actual like experimentation or like there's really nothing that was published. It was a lot of just like, what would be an interesting idea is this, and then that's kind of where it died, because in like the scientific community and stuff, that was looked on as like very
It's borderline necromancy.
Yeah, basically.
Exactly that. I feel like there would have been things that could have been called them that weren't quite them, which would have been like just hulking, just undead beasts sewn together.
Gambling mass.
Along
Gambling
the
mound.
lines, yes.
I think it's mound.
I'll be back in a
Gambling map,
minute,
yes.
but I'm gonna hop on TeamSpeak app so I don't miss any bit of this.
Okay. But because I feel like there's when you deal with undead, there's going to be some crazy necromancer that's made something along the lines, but not quite the correct version as what Arear's made.
Arear's
Yes or no?
gotten. Would be right. There was a couple fools that tried it and they died. That's Arear, by the way, talking. So how's the whole leaving me sober thing working out right now?
Heavily regretting it.
Hmm.
Or at least the only thing you wanted to do was make things explode. Not pervert life itself.
To make it explode.
Coin miner, how much of your research aligns with this in field?
He's sitting there and he's just like staring at this whole situation like none. Again, he's not really reacting to this, just like he's
Coin
not
miner,
shocked.
how in charge of your senses are you right now?
I'm very much in charge of my senses.
And how much did you know of what was beyond that door?
Wasn't my research and I really didn't care.
That it wasn't the question I asked.
I don't know what's down there. I really don't. All I know it was Arear's workshop.
Microphone
You know, for
muted.
being a living explosives experimenter, he really does not have a survival instinct.
Well, seeing as they live in a fucking minefield.
Microphone activated.
That is, at
Do you
least,
think
this is the difference between living
Okay.
in the middle of a minefield and putting the mines under your bed.
The mines launch themselves across the hills.
Under the bed.
Only some of them.
Yeah, only some of them, but they could hit the house. Or you as you're potentially walking.
Wouldn't be the first time. Anyway, you guys going in there or not? Or are you guys gonna lock it back up
Are you asking that as Arear or as Waller?
as coin miner? As he's still sipping his tea.
I figured we'd unlock it and see what happens.
I second that. We can feed these two to them.
We need that blood. At the
We can
very
get
Oh,
their
I'm
least.
sure it'll be spread all around for us to gather afterwards.
Yeah.
Question for you, Arear.
User disconnected from your
Just
channel.
looks at
Bye.
How many of them? How many of them are armed?
I don't remember. Been a while.
So there
Estimate.
is God knows how much explosive force sitting in that room alone. And you want to throw them in there.
Sure, we can set the room off.
I think it'll take out the house.
That's fine. We don't have to stay in the house.
And God forbid he use his atomic research on any of them.
Arear,
Hmm.
how much influence do you have over those creations still?
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of, while you guys are pinning him, he kind of just shrugs his shoulders, like,
Answer the question, please.
I did. I don't know. Might be
Estimate.
none, or I might have all of it, or it might not. None at all.
Give me your best guess.
Probably none at all. If they're still alive.
Feel like want to insight that bitch.
Okay.
Zone of truth.
Yeah, but the DM said nobody passed. But you know, it's the DM. I never trust the DM's word.
Well, I know for a fact that DM was lying in that, so
I will take a 21.
I know at least one person passed.
I meant other than you. Here. Yeah, he's telling you the truth, Darius. He's not lying.
Which
He truly doesn't know. Like, that's the feeling you're getting from him. Take the gamble. If you open the door, they may be there, they may be dead. Who knows? My guess is the latter, but you want to open it and find out, go ahead.
Coin miner.
Yes.
When Arear originally left, or when that was sealed away, was there noises from there, scratching, anything?
Not to my knowledge.
Moans.
No.
Very helpful in this situation.
I mean, that basement's pretty deep into the mountain. Not right on the other side of the door.
So it goes further down.
Yes.
Brilliant. Like one long ass stairwell down, or
More like a cave system, as it were, a tunnel system.
brilliant.
Didn't want the house actually blowing up due to an experiment, so we built it into the mountain.
So there is a big ass cave network through that door that could
Mhm.
potentially have a load
Mm-hmm.
of highly explodable corpses,
Mm-hmm.
or potentially they're all dead.
Yes.
How many are even down there? Arear.
If I remember correctly, 12.
And how many are Baylors and how many are standard humanoid or whatever race?
There might have been one Baylor, maybe.
Maybe.
And the rest?
They're all humanoid.
What species
So is
are
a
they
Baylor.
specifically?
Few tieflings, couple dwarves,
Your
quite a
own
few
kind.
dwarves, excuse me.
How many dwarves did you just say?
Quite a few.
Probably about 6. So an elf and then 2 humans. So that should be 12 if I did my math right. Yeah.
Let's see.
I forget. We already asked what they were armed with, didn't we?
No, I mean you guys asked if armed.
I asked if they were armed. I didn't ever ask him. I went on the speculation path in case, what if one is armed with. When they said when you guys were all like, yeah, let's just throw them down there. I was like,
So what
yeah.
happens if I whack one?
Depends.
In either case.
No,
As in dead or alive.
if they're dead, nothing will happen.
And
Guz
if
is
they're not,
gonna.
Dazik's gonna do what, Star?
That's alright. Guz is gonna say, give me a second, I'll be back. And he's gonna go like to the couch or something, or like find a chair and just like concentrate. He's gonna use primeval awareness.
Okay. What does
The way
that do?
this feature reveals your favorite enemies, which of your favorite enemies are present, their numbers and creatures' general direction, and distance in miles from you. There are multiple groups of your favorite enemies within range. You learn of this information for each group. My 2 favorite enemies are constructs and monstrosities.
Which I
whatever this
believe
is
they-
qualifies.
I think they both technically qualify. Let me double check.
Yeah.
They're definitely a monstrosity, even if they aren't the actual group.
Actually,
monstrosity.
no, they're just a construct, but it would still, and you see,
they would still be a form of monstrosity because they're being undead.
That's true. That's true. So there is
I think undead are their own.
undead are their own, but there is 3 of them within that range. And what specifically do you need to know about them? Like, what does the spell say?
This is actually more like an ability, but it's
Yeah.
kind of magical in a way. Which of your favorite enemies, their numbers and the creature's general direction. So, like, if they're towards this basement, then that would give me an information. And their distance in miles.
So you are sensing that they are. Sorry, I'm taking my hat off. You are sensing that they are, on the other side of that door. And the 3 that you do sense.
Oh yeah, sorry.
are the 3 that you do sense are. The furthest one away is probably 3/4 of a mile, and the other 2 are about half a mile, like down the cave system.
It does this? Okay. So, I'm sensing some constructs down that basement. To about, I'd say, half a mile and another third of a mile down. That's what Gothic Lex says to the group.
And what are the defenses? Or actually, back to the original question. What are they armed with?
Are you asking a rear?
Yes.
I mean, they may have explosives. There was explosives down there.
9 explosives.
Dynamite, gunpowder, maybe themselves. Depends on which one survived. And they may also have swords and things down there as well.
What other defenses does this tunnel and workshop have beyond this door?
None on this side.
I should certainly fucking hope so, since we've been on all over this side.
But there's none between here and where the main lab is.
Do you care to finish that answer?
There's some on the far side, though. Keep the monsters from going deeper into the cave.
Such
Think of it as a perimeter fence.
a perimeter fence.
Yes.
A fence is not a defense. A fence is an obstruction.
Well, when it's a minefield, it's a defense.
A minefield is not a fence. Nor is it any sort of guarantee. It is only a deterrent.
For mindless creatures that don't understand what a deterrent is.
In a cave with explosives, it's a pretty good deterrent. It's a pretty good defense too. Not gonna lie.
Not really.
Well, because you blow up the cave, collapse the cave on top of them, they don't go
If
anywhere.
they trigger it.
Yes. Why don't you give me some alcohol?
I'm afraid most of what I would left or had to give you is I'm still on the ship.
Gamos. I know you have some on you.
Got
How
any
the hell would he
poison?
know that?
You could smell it.
I can
Mhm.
smell it.
Probably. I don't know. Got any poison, Cam?
Anything is a poison if you have enough of it.
No, let me restate that. Do you have any poison we can put in this drink and then give to him?
Nothing in quantities that would be helpful.
Yeah. Well, in that case, no.
That's unfortunate. I could help you. But alas, I will not be able to in this state.
And what makes you think we even want your help?
Well, the fact that you haven't killed me yet.
More of we were getting the information of what you've done.
Give it some time.
Give it some time.
See, or unlike you, as clearly evidenced by the experiments you've decided to fucking perform, some of us here have this thing called self-control.
Well,
You're not really one to speak after that initial display.
Did I stick it in him? No.
You damn nearly choked him to death.
but self-control gets in the way of creativity. It impedes it.
But when that creativity creates such things that are in that basement, it's not worth it.
How do you know, Darius? Think of the applications.
Too busy asking yourself, could you, to figure out, should you?
Okay, you turned into Jeff Goldblum.
Cam is literally Jeff Goldblum now.
The little voice in the back of Tazar's head going, stab him over and over. Yeah, Tazar, come join me, and stabbing him repeatedly.
Yeah, I know there's that voice in the back of your head. I'm surprised she hasn't been fucking screamed at you since you met him. Well, since you came back.
You probably didn't know, honestly.
Now the question is, but I feel like she'd know of anyone that fucks with life, right? Sort of like the thing that
Not
triggers
in
her.
this way, because it's if you go read, if I remember from what the Raven Queen talked about was more necromancy. This technically, the way it's described,
It's not quite necromancy,
yeah,
but it's borderline what it
it's
is.
borderline, yeah.
She absolutely detests undead.
Yeah, but these
I hate creative.
technically,
It's reanimated. It's animated flesh. It's not.
yeah.
Undead.
Yeah, she detests undead because it takes at the soul.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give a
And
fuck about dead bodies.
in this way, this actually in the way, and I'll give you guys context here, because if you guys want to ask, like, you probably assume between Scamos and you, Cam, the way that he did this, it does not touch the soul. So it's kind of an ingenious way to get around. It's still shady as shit, and it's still
Except for the way he also phrased that he was trying to pull souls and beings back into these golems of his.
Also that, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So no, he is blatantly trying to play God and create life.
Not to mention constructs, as we found out.
Constructs get them
Can
on their
develop a soul.
own. Yeah,
Oh,
on
shit.
their own.
They develop
Yeah.
them over time.
Oh
Yes.
shit. Oh
Yes.
shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
shit.
now
Yes.
these
shit.
undead creatures have
Yes.
souls.
Yes.
A coin miner, remind me,
Yes.
in your experience, how long does it take before a good construct becomes sentient?
Depends on the make.
What if you make it?
Mine could last 12 years.
And Arear's been gone for 20?
10.
Tell me,
Uh,
if yours last 12 years, what was your intention with the draconic construct you left on the Isle?
Well, that one was different. That one was a lot of work and a lot of maintenance and trips that I made back to Arear to make sure that he was stable. The Sheeran government knew that at one point in time, or at some point in the future, the dragon would pass on, and they wanted to maintain a guardian of the vault.
Well, considering that dragon will considerably outlive you, what was your plan for that?
I was teaching some of the engineers in Arear how to maintain
it.
Yes. And they were actually in charge of maintaining it. If he wasn't being maintained, something happens.
Something did.
Oh?
I thought we've explained this to Coin Miner.
Oh yeah, you guys did. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you explained the 600 years bit, but
Nope.
yeah,
We explained it was broken.
yes, that's about what you guys explained.
How about those that probably learned from you are dead and time was accelerated on the Isle by 600 years?
Oh, that'll do it.
See, that's
and
why
then
we
Arear
found it
fixed
broken.
it. Yes, I think that it had a scrap with the dragon.
Does the time while broken count?
Well, it might have shifted at some point during the time excel, and then the dragon broke it because it was damaged, like it was fought against. So
Or my fail safe's actually activated, which that's a possibility.
As I recall, the dragon said he got annoyed with it.
Hmm.
so it's probably started switching.
Well, I guess I'll have to make a trip to Arear here soon and make sure that my handiwork is still maintained, and I'll start training the next generation of keepers of the dragon.
I suspect you will find that more difficult than you anticipate.
What do you mean?
Discussion for later.
And we may not even have a year. So
It's like how we're still stood off here. It's great with a
I know.
rear.
Fucking
Mhm.
Tezos in the background being screamed at in his
Screaming.
fucking head right now.
Yeah, just like kill him, kill him.
Now, so the moment those things gained sentience and developed a soul would have been the point that she would have started picking up on that.
Yes.
Now, if she wasn't
develop-
targeting
Go ahead.
Arear, unless they like literally developed it within like the last 5 minutes, it's more of she's targeting the version of Arear that created them, not the one that can't remember doing it.
Ignorance is bliss. Right?
Yep.
Yup.
Taking drinking to a whole new level.
But switching back to his comment of Arear's comment of think of the applications.
Yes.
I don't need to think of the applications. Living people do that anyway. You don't need to create an abomination for
Well,
it.
you take the free will and the living out of the equation, and guess what?
Religious
You don't.
fervor is enough.
Well, got to remember, religion isn't everything, Darius. You should know that.
Well, when you have suicide bombers charging you, screaming for their god.
Hmm.
Actually, they're kind of like a recent thing.
Just immediately like yeeting that at fucking Arear. Like, yeah, no. People suicide bomb anyway. Of their own volition.
Anyway.
It is that fucking shit show because meta knowledge and the theory that I came up with.
Is there a window here?
Y'all, not really. You guys are kind of in the basement. or the
Um,
entrance to the basement. So no, not really.
I'm assuming I would have learned a bit about the Raven Queen,
Yeah,
since
you would
obviously,
know a little bit, not a lot, but
like her hatred towards undead
mhm,
and all that.
mhm.
So, right, I'm trying to think of how to bring what meta knowledge I have into Darius's own knowledge.
Like the followers of the Raven Queen were tolerated by the church because
They
of what
planted
they
undead.
believe. Yeah, basically. That was the only reason they were really tolerated. Other than that, they weren't Christians, so therefore they're
Yes.
heathens. But they're tolerated heathens.
I'll be back. Cam
Tazar.
steps out.
Okay.
Okay.
Is your god, patron, however you wish to address her, screaming at you right now?
Yes. By the way, to answer your question, Cash, yes. Like there is, you are getting feelings of being. It's very wrong.
But this didn't happen until this version of Arear awoke.
That is correct, by the way.
Roller, what works better, TeamSpeak or Steam?
Hang on,
Right now.
I'll get to it. Give me a sec.
I was asking which method of communication works better since you're looking at.
Steam.
Yeah.
Because there was an acknowledgement of undead with souls.
Okay.
Darius is gonna
Yeah. By the way, Kim.
Darius is gonna turn to Scamos. Hand me the bottle.
Why?
A theory.
Are you gonna drunken him back up so that we can just keep going along like nothing has happened?
We know what he's done, and he will be judged for it. But right now, we don't have. We can kill him, yes. We could, right here. But someone who does have a greater understanding of runes than Gauze can repair mechanical equipment, even when drunk. And is basically our key in and out of the entrance.
I'm just gonna be pointing at Coin Miner as he's talking.
My miner's kind of
Yes.
looking at you. Yes.
I highly doubt he will want to. I highly doubt he would stick with the party for long, though.
How long do we
And
actually
we have
need him?
And we do have a world to save, and his repentance can come.
There's no repenting
during
for
that
the
quest.
kinds of things he's done.
No, he won't. He won't repent it. Well, I say repentance. More of justice will be delivered. His soul will be damned for the actions he's taken. But I see the immediate use and necessity of him for the time being.
Say the necessity is more his blood. We can always find other people to fix things when they break. And even when he was drunk, he still almost killed all of us.
True. But that is his penchant for stupidity while drunk. Imagine if he had it. Imagine if he had the intelligence he has now. We wouldn't be here at that point in time.
It would
Are we
solve the
done?
problem of Victor, though. As Arear is like looking at both of you as you guys are talking.
Yes, I don't think burning the world to kill him is going to.
It might.
Well, it would solve the issue, yes, but it doesn't solve it for all on this world. Things, everyone's dead. It's not a
Have
good
you
victory.
seen Victor? I mean, it might take that happening.
I am not willing to cross that threshold.
Can I see out the door where Cam walked out?
Mm-hmm.
Is
One
he still
minor.
standing?
No, Cam's gone, and then by this time, you see Cam kind of like walk back to the house and start walking down.
Right.
What's
What did I
Cam gone and done?
miss?
Go ahead, Cam.
What did I miss?
I
Well,
want to test a theory of what happens if we liquor him up again.
What is that theory?
Tazar right now is being heavily pushed by his goddess patron. Again, whatever he decides to use.
Here's mine.
If that's
He asked for alcohol. You can have alcohol.
that's 100% pure alcohol, isn't it? That's the fucking medical alcohol.
Are you asking in character or out?
I am I'm assuming that you presented it so that we can see it. I'm just wanting to know what we're seeing.
It is a unmarked. Well, it's marked in Draconic, but it's a clear bottle. Clear liquid
Clear
inside.
bottle.
Kind of looks like
Is that
vodka.
is that from your medical supply?
He asked for alcohol. There's alcohol.
There's a shouting match in the kitchen.
With Dinah?
So, what are you gonna do? What's the plan, boys?
Personally prefer not to kill him right now.
Cam is
because it's
offering
gonna
the
be
bottle
fun.
to the dwarf.
And that is this fucking medical alcohol, and that's gonna kill him.
Do you even know what medical alcohol is?
100%.
We can't even make 100% alcohol now in real life.
Right. Well, it's like rubbing alcohol, ain't it?
Just see a Arear smile. It's like, well, took you long enough. You guys let him take it because you still have him pinned.
I'm petting his chest. I'm not petting anything else.
I'll let him pass it off begrudgingly because I disagree with this, but if the rest of the party thinks this is the best choice, well, then I'll just stab Arear at a later date.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess we're letting Arear take the bottle to drink it? Is that what's going on?
I ain't interfering. If he wants to grab it.
Microphone muted.
Who are you waiting on there, Waller?
Waiting on if he's gonna take it. Like, you offering it to him, and before we do
But
it, and
You're asking
yeah,
Minnie?
Microphone activated.
no, hang
you're
on.
asking me.
So, do you guys let him drink it?
Been offered to him.
It's been offered to him. No
Alright,
one is
Arear.
stopping it.
Alright, Arear, you are up, sir. Are you
Arear
gonna take it?
takes the bottle and smells it. What does he smell?
I mean, have you smelled actual like medical like? It's like hand sanitizer meets like cleaning
Paint
alcohol.
thinner.
Yeah.
Well, Arear raises the glass and kind of just goes bottoms up. And he takes a sip.
Constitution saving throw, many please. Yep.
Give me one moment. Where'd that dice go?
Because I don't think what you handed off was just rubbing alcohol. If I know
No, it
Canthier.
wasn't. No, it's not.
Yeah.
I know what
Yeah, I figured.
Canthier handed. If I know what Canthier handed off.
It's like some hardcore shit that gave like.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's handing off not rubbing alcohol. He's handing off the fun
Everclear?
stuff. No.
No,
Worse.
I-
Shit,
it's
worse. It's
it's
worse than.
it's isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah.
Remember, for Cam, alcohol does not mean liquor.
It means I'm going to kill everything that's inside this space.
And isopropyl alcohol does not get you drunk; it gets you dead.
You actually can get. There is people that have gotten high off of it. You
You
can.
can get high. It's
You
just
can get high
drank
off of
32.
anything.
Oh God.
You just
no.
have to have the right amount of it.
All right. So he drinks it.
And I'm sorry, Minnie.
Actually, that's going to be...
No, turns out I lied. This bottle is actually 70%, but I have had like 97% before.
Okay. That's the actual roll, Waller.
Yeah.
But it's like the difference between ethanol and methanol. They have very different effects.
How much are you giving him?
I mean, it's the
Very...
bottle,
Yeah,
so.
the whole bottle is had. He took a sip, is what.
Yeah. Is
Mini
it one
said,
sip
so.
or rare? One sip.
He took just one sip.
Huh. Yeah. It's very. It does not taste like it should.
Blah. Cam, you have some weird taste in alcohol.
You ask for alcohol, there's alcohol. And there is zero compassion in that tone.
Well, yes, I suppose that is the case.
By the way, you have it like the rest of the bottle like next to your face, and it's like burning your eyes. So.
You wanted it so bad.
It was good, and at that, Arear's head is just gonna kind of flop over, and he's gonna go unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's just gonna kind of slowly like wake back up. And the next thing you hear is, wait, who's pinning him again? Is it Darius, right?
Darius. Yeah.
He, just looks up, kind of at Darius, and goes, Darius? What, hey, why am I on the wall? What's going on, guys?
Wait, that worked?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab the bottle out of his hand after hearing Cam's tone, realizing when he fucking drank it. I'm like,
No,
oh, fuck.
that was out of character.
Yes, it worked. Canter.
Hey, wait, is that alcohol?
No.
Because you can
From-
get drunk off of that stuff if you drink enough of it. There's people. So there's
Not a question
been.
if you drink enough. It's a question if you don't drink enough.
Well, in this case, for the spell to work, it does work. So put it that way. For the curse to work, it is working in this case.
Wait, Darius, is that alcohol? No, come on, give me. Can I have more? Wait, did I have some?
And this is Darius reacting to the earlier one as he drank it.
Let's give it
As
to
he
him,
took it and
Darius.
drank
If
it.
he wants it so bad, let him drink the whole thing.
Shush.
Seems like the best solution to me.
Tazar, you still getting screamed at?
No, you were not, by the way, Tezar.
In the meanwhile, Arear's just kind of looking around, like, at the silent room. I feel like I missed something.
I don't think anyone's pleased by the revelation, Tazar. But if it's enough to keep, again, your patron goddess, whatever you refer to her as, from wanting his blood, as Darius will remove his hand from Arear's chest and allow him to drop whatever, distance he was up the wall.
Arear lands on
It's
his
good enough
ass.
for the time being.
Easy enough for
And I will.
you to say, Darius.
You say it like there weren't my people down there as well. My kind. Wasn't just tiefling. As Darius hands the bottle back to Cam. This is only a temporary measure.
Waller.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sheathe my
Yeah.
blade, and then as I get ready to turn and walk out, before I do, I'm gonna haul off, punch Arear in the face, and then leave.
So, Rear, how do you
Fucking-
react?
Arear's just, like, goes down on the side of the wall. I'm assuming it wasn't a straight-on one, but sideways.
It was just meant to be a punch in the face. It's not necessarily like, oh, I'm trying to punch your head into the wall or whatever. I'm just hauling off
Bang.
I'm hauling off the I may not be able to kill you now because Darius is technically rationally correct, as much as it pisses me off, but I can still hit you.
Arear just kind of holds the side of his head where he's hit and goes, "Ow! I didn't blow anything up again, did I?"
Darius is gonna drop down in front of Arear. We learned some things about you today that I am not willing to tell you. Let's leave it at that and the reason that he punched you.
Arear just kind of looks at you, Darius, and is like, "Well, I mean, I can tell you anything you want to know about me. What did I say?"
I vote we
You
give
can't
him the rest of the bottle.
If you can't even remember why I had you pinned, think of it as your saving grace for this moment.
Arear looks very confused, but he doesn't say anything.
There is a silent fury across Darius's face. There is anger, but it's
Arear,
not.
yeah, Arear just doesn't say anything. He just goes quiet.
You will be of use. You will not do anything without us giving you the order from this point on. No random explosions. No random experimentation. Do you understand me, Arear?
What kind of random, no longer stuff? What do you mean?
E.g., without any of our approval. You do nothing but eat and sleep.
What about
You
go to the
got
bathroom?
me.
You hear Coin
That as
Miner
well.
in the background.
That as well. Do you understand me?
Well, yeah.
So much. You see, what we learned makes all of us want to sever your head from your shoulders. If you want to keep it there, don't do anything.
Well, okay.
And Darius will stand up. And will walk to Goz and hand me the chain.
Gozik hands it to you.
He will relatch it to the bit in his armor that it was designed for. Do you have any alcohol on you, Goz?
I went away with the dwarves at that camp.
We might have to retrieve some from the ship.
There might be some in the in the basement too.
Which basement?
That one, as Coin Miner points to the door.
I
We're not
think we're
going in
good.
there. Also, can we get the locks on that door reset? Because I don't think any of us want that shit to come out.
Damos, you still have the keys. So.
I know, and Scamos isn't in the room at the moment.
No.
Fuck. Who had the keys?
I did. Scamos had the keys.
No, it is in character. This is genuinely Darius asking in character
Oh,
who has the
okay.
keys.
I don't think I would have seen who was doing it since I was calling down towards the basement from the kitchen.
Yeah, you and was
How would you not know?
was
Where and when did Scamos
Fuck.
go?
Someone we need
Apparently,
to
I
find
missed
him.
Scamos leaving.
Oh, yeah, no, once I punched Arear, I turned and walked out.
Yeah, he punched him and hauled off.
Just out of the room.
Yeah, I walked outside. If you walk outside, you'll see him. He's not, like, gone. He's just out of the house because he cannot be around Arear right now.
Can someone go get the keys off him? I highly doubt he wants to see the one latched to me at the moment.
I'll go get it then.
Thank you, Goss.
And with that, I head out to where I assume
Microphone
Scamos
muted.
went.
Mm-hmm.
Just out in the front yard, somewhere between the yard and the ship. Maybe there's a
Some
tree or
place where
something.
there's not mines
Somewhere
at.
where there's not a mine and there's not an Arear. Meeting both of those criteria is about what I'm happy with at this point.
Yep. Oh.
Hey, Scamos.
Yes, guys.
Darius told me you're the one who has the keys. We're wanting to lock up that door for hopefully obvious reasons.
Catch. I'll toss the keys at him.
I catch them, I assume.
Yeah, I'm not spiking them, I'm just tossing them to you so you can have them.
And I'm not gonna make you guys like roll for acrobatics check to see if you land on a mine. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you just underhand toss them at him.
Yep.
You just see Gozik stand there, and
Beautiful.
you just see him. He's like about to say something, but he just like puts a chin on it, or his hand on his chin. He's like, and walks back inside.
Head back inside.
Yeah. And I'm gonna start locking up the door again.
Okay.
But while he went out to do that,
Mm-hmm.
I would have been
Microphone
looking towards
activated.
the other door, that is the entrance to the secret entrance to Forge Hammer.
Yep. What, to coin miner?
Well, I'm just sort of looking at it. I'm just looking around it, seeing like see what kind of thing. Like, is it like a droplet thing that the blood goes in, or is it like a spike that's there that you have to put your, blood has to roll
rune.
down or something? It's a rune.
Mm-hmm.
So what, you have to
Activate the rune.
activate the rune. Oh, so it's just basically
Mm-hmm.
right. So it's not his blood that activates the rune.
No.
It's the fact. Yeah. Right. Okay. So yeah, throwing both of them would have been a really bad fucking idea. Right. And we
I mean,
needed one to get
Scamos might
out.
have
So
been
we
able
literally
to figure it out. So, maybe.
maybe,
Maybe.
but we genuinely needed a warm body.
Yep.
I mean, we just needed a warm body, so we could have killed them and used the warm body.
Oh
They
my
have to
god,
manipulate it with magic.
do
Not.
the hand trick.
Pretty much.
I don't have to. It might work that way. I don't know.
Fingerprints? No. Rune
I
look for
understand what you're about.
specific.
You have to like the hand scanner thing. Yeah, I know what you're on about. Biometrics.
Biometric, yeah, it's a rune biometrics.
God.
So yeah. Do we want to call it there because it's almost 7 already?
I think that would be a good place to
Place
call it
to
with
call
everything
it.
calmed down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Minnie, you can thank me for saving Arear's life temporarily.
You
Oh,
don't
why
have to make
thank
a
you,
new
Darius?
character.
Yeah, you don't have to roll up a new character before the next fucking session. Then we have to figure out a way. Well, then I have to figure out a way to introduce you.
Oh well,
Oh,
for
that'd
He
be
makes
easy.
he makes like a dwarf that likes explosives.
Literally be a rear number 2.
2.0.
No,
Wow.
no,
No,
it's
no.
it's still it's the exact same sheet in every single way. He just puts Junior next to Arear. Does
Rear
count.
junior.
I'm here to
Rear
avenge
No,
my
no.
father.
You want the easy?
God, that'd be interesting.
I am wow. I'm amazed that Cam and I did not.
Fucking kill him.
Cam
Or-
tried.
I know
Kazar.
you tried, and it
yeah.
unfortunately didn't work. And I'm
So-
probably
so
gonna have to
Cam's
stab him
here?
later, but he'll end up dead.
Yes.
You do get the same symptoms and stuff if you actually overdose on isoproterenol as you do when you're drunk.
Well, yeah, but the thing, overdose threshold is considerably different.
Yeah, no, he was
200 and 250 milliliters your OD threshold.
For
which is not
isopropyl.
He didn't drink enough. That was the thing.
I was
Yeah,
really hoping
That's
he
why
was,
I asked. That's why I asked Arear, like, how much did you actually drink?
I was really hoping he was
So-
gonna bottom up the whole fucking bottle.
Oh, if
I
you
would
would
have
have
fucking
been
killed
dead.
him.
If it would have been Arear in his drunken state, he would have. Like, no questions asked. He would have just, gimme, gone.
Smart Arear.
And if
No, he
if
played
these
you
other
with that one.
players hadn't heard the exchange last session, they would have encouraged it too.
Yeah.
That's why Arear furiously wanted the bottle
So
from
I
Darius
can't-
afterwards.
I can't exactly call it bad metagaming, but
I wanted him fucking dead.
You'll probably want him
We
dead,
all
don't
want him
you?
dead.
There was many points where I just was like thinking, I'm just gonna have Gaza go up there and shoot him, but then every time I do that, I'd think I'm in a room caked with gunpowder.
It would have probably been okay.
Take us all out. Yeah, we're doomed anyway, so boom. There you go.
Pretty much.
Cam was really wanted to shoot him, but also didn't want to kill him, and this was
Yeah.
his compromise.
What, you were gonna try and fucking poison
He's
him?
asking for alcohol. I'm gonna give him alcohol. Fuck it.
Oh, so you don't break
If he
your
drinks
oath.
enough to kill himself, that's on him. That was literally what Cam was thinking with that one. I'm assuming.
That's when Rear
He's-
comes
he's ta-
back.
Because
Rear's the
yeah,
witch.
that
Yep.
earlier that conversation last
User
week was
disconnected from your channel.
Takesh.
By Cash. But yeah, the conversation last week is still a thing. You ask for alcohol, Cam doesn't think you're talking about liquor.
Yep. I should have fucking stabbed him.
Ah. Now,
So
there's a plot twist for you.
Cam actually did think he was asking for something to kill himself with.
Darius. Or
Yeah.
Brexit. Check that out.
Yeah.
Stream going down.
See, this is where we hit the very